Today, I'm excited to share with you a game-changing technique. This has been a breakthrough in the editing process for me. As documentary filmmakers, we are often overwhelmed by the mountain of raw footage. I usually feel some kind of resistance, maybe because it seems so hard to know where to even begin the edit.
Ciao zusammen, my name is René and I'm a documentary videographer in LA. Let me tell you about the radio edit. It is my bulletproof solution for finding the gold nuggets buried in the footage. So what exactly is a radio edit? A radio edit is a way to edit the project by laying out all of the dialogue first. Let me break it down for you.
I'll use my current mini documentary as an example. Step 1, I start with writing the whole story. From my interviews with Mark and from follow-up phone calls, I have a pretty good idea of what the story is. Don't worry if it's not perfect yet, you can always refine over time. Step 2, then I open up an empty timeline and record the entire script as a voiceover. Step number 3, now for some of the voiceover, I let him say it in his own words. So I go through my interviews and replace those parts with dialogue from my protagonist.
Let me show you here. Now I do my own voiceover and I read the entire story on an empty timeline. So this is how it's going to look like, right? This is all me talking. This is one timeline. So for certain parts, I know I have his original quotes. I want him to say it in his own words. So I'm going to replace the parts that I know I have him saying it with the original footage from my interviews. Okay, so this is now a radio edit that has my voiceover script and then his original quotes from the interviews all in one timeline. Now, when this starts to flow, when this sounds interesting and exciting, I know I have a good foundation. If it works as a radio edit, it will definitely work as a final piece. Okay, so now for this particular piece, I also added my intro and my outro where you're gonna see me in the camera. And the reason why is because I want to see the audience how passionate I am for this story. There's a saying in documentary filmmaking that goes something like this: you become interested in something when you see others being passionate about it. Using a radio edit gives you the foundation for the entire editing process. When I lay out all the dialogue on one timeline, it becomes obvious where the story is working and where it needs adjusting. Once I nailed the dialogue, then I can add images, B-roll, graphics, text, everything else. The radio edit is a powerful tool. If you can get the audio dialed in, everything else will fall into place. It's an effective method I use all the time and a great way to get started on a project. Speaking of, I'm on my way to Carpinteria to test the lens for a new project, but that's something for another day. Let's speak more documentary stuff and stories in the next one. Thanks for watching. Tschüss.